Welcome to the Building on Purpose TubeCast, where contractors share how they build with intention, purpose, and impact. This show is proudly sponsored by our partners at property.com. What's up, brother?
My man, I was just going to message you. I was like, I think we're live. What's happening?
Well, I forgot that I had to hit add to stage.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Were you just chatting and I was just mute here?
I know, it's so funny. Like, one of these days I'll learn, you know.
Hey, you saved me on my podcast. I had my janky microphone and you were like, hey man, I think you got to fix that. So
that's funny.
We all win together.
I'm still learning, man. We started out with a couple different, we were testing, different formats and whatnot. And we're still messing around with it to learn. A lot of people use Riverside.
Yeah.
And I had issues with it. It wouldn't, I don't know if I had good connectivity for it. Like you have to literally live in a large city or you have to be best friends with Elon Musk.
I think that's the key there. Yeah. I had a weird audio thing that I couldn't get rid of with Riverside. And then it's some weird stuff.
Oh, well, we're here, brother. Great to see you.
We're happening.
Good. Well, hopefully we're live. Hopefully this is recording. Welcome to the Building on Purpose TubeCast. We actually call this a TubeCast. Why? Well, because we do everything different here, right? So we didn't want to go with podcast because I haven't seen an Apple Pod, a little iPod in a long time. So I was like, we're really doing this for YouTube. And Katie was like, why don't you call it the TubeCast? And I was like, that's brilliant. We're going to go with what you said, Katie. So anyway,
I love it.
Welcome, brother. This is a short format. Folks that are checking this out right now, I've known Lewis, and I'll let him tell his story today. This is all about Lewis. This isn't about Chris Scoville or financing or anything. We launched the Building on Purpose TubeCast for a few reasons. We want to get to know our partners and our clients out there on a different level and kind of stick to a pretty simple format. So the format of this is great. We dig down and talk to our contractors and our clients and our partners about their why. We talk to them about who they serve. So we're going to want to know your why, like why you do what you do. Of course, that's kind of the standard question. Who you serve. Like, I think I know, but I'm not really quite sure. So we're going to let you talk about that. We're going to talk about you, your team, kind of like your culture, your mission statement, your values, still along the lines of building on a purpose, right? Building on purpose is kind of the name. And then last but not least, we want to talk about your differentiating factors, like what makes Lewis's business so different than other business. So why don't we kick it off, man? Introduce yourself and what you do, and then we'll start there with question number one, which is talking about your why. Like, why are you doing what you do, brother? So why don't you tell the audience who you are and what you do?
I am a friendly giant out of Canada, born and raised on a farm. Did construction all through high school and after for about 5 years. And then I was like, you know what? This is really fun to get paid to work out every day. But this isn't super sustainable if I want to start a family. And it's tough on the body too. I was doing everything from roofing to fencing to pool installs to you name it, right? So went and got a degree in mechanical engineering and did mechanical design all through school. We ended up getting married, had a kid through that process, and started looking at, where I wanted life to go. And so I did another pivot just a few months after I graduated with a degree, actually, into marketing, which is what I'm still doing now. And basically, it was a combination of, I've always loved marketing. I'd done some side things. I grew an Instagram channel to like 2,000 followers back in 2018, doing some blacksmithing stuff. Over the course of like 6 months, learned a lot about marketing through that. I had, done flipping for a long time on Facebook. I'd, done flipping to my church community. I bought RFID sleeves for like Visa cards. I think I bought them for like 3 to 5 cents a piece and sold them for like $4 a piece. And I was like, this is crazy. You can like do anything if you like source the right thing and sell it to the right people.
That's awesome. We made those as well back in the day for Blue Pages Pro.
Oh, amazing.
We would program them, the chips, and we would give them to our contractors to use at the point of sale. And we would have the link kick over to their Google 5-star review. So it would be, hey, Mrs. Smith, did I do a good job? Did I earn that 5-star review? And they're like, yeah, great. Listen, would you mind helping me No, we wouldn't mind helping you. We like you, Chris. Great. I'm just going to scan this over the top of your phone. That's for you to leave me a 5-star review. And then you just stand there like this while they're giving you a 5-star review.
I love it.
Like, dude,
I love it. So
ask, right?
So I wasn't that cool, Chris. I'll rephrase that. So there was an RFID sleeve or a Visa card so that people couldn't like scan your card as you're going through an airport.
For protection.
It was like super tinfoil hat stuff.
Oh, for protection.
Yeah. So it was great for like all the old ladies in the church that were like, "What the heck is going on? I don't want my stuff stolen." That's the Ridge wallet. That's
Ridge wallet has that built into it, I think.
Yeah.
That's cool. Awesome.
Man, you'd enjoy Smarter Every Day. We're going off topic here, but that's what we do.
That's okay. That's all right.
Smarter Every Day is a channel I've followed probably for 15 years. He's an engineer out of Huntsville, Alabama, and he has Ridge as one of his sponsors. And he's very he's just very hands-on. Anyway, he took it out in his backyard and he was shooting it with like a double barrel pistol from the 1800s with his son. And it was a great sponsorship. But so back to me, we really all the way back to RFID sleeves for cards, for Visa cards. Just loved marketing, loved the process of what marketing was, and then had that background in construction and trades, and brought the two together into. You're sponsored by Ridge Wallet too. I love
it. Hey, excuse me one moment, Lewis. Ladies and gentlemen, if you need a very rugged and safe wallet, go with our sponsors over at Ridge Wallets for ultimate credit card protection. And back to our show with Lewis.
I can't top that. That's hilarious. Combine the two into websites and SEO. And so I actually started out building my own websites. So let's take what city are you in?
I'm in Midway, Utah.
Okay, so I didn't quite catch that. Say it again.
Midway, MID.
Midway. Oh yes, Midway. Yeah, we were chatting about that Friday.
Mm-hmm.
So I would build a site that was basically Midway roofers.
Okay.
And then I would rank it. So the rank and rent model of doing it. And so I got to test. I built like over 100 of these sites, got them ranking, would forward the leads out to people. So I tested all the SEO stuff on my own stuff, spent a lot of money, wasted a lot of money. And then I started doing it for the clients directly on their stuff. So that's how we got here. Along the way, built a junk removal business as well from scratch in 2021. And that really cemented us in the junk removal niche as a marketing agency as well. And here we are chatting with Chris.
You really drilled down to niche.
We did, yeah.
Like you're so many home improvement companies. I mean, if I just look at a house and I look what's on it, I see siding,
everything.
I see screens, I see garage doors, I see lights, I see cement and asphalt, I see a generator, an air conditioner, I see roofing, right? And then go inside the house. Now look around. You've got security, you got drywall. Like think about all the stuff that goes in it, on it, around it. And you're like, nope. We're here to pick up the junk.
Yeah. So junk removal is a big niche for us. We still serve all of home service.
Yeah, sure.
And we have served a wide variety. But yeah, junk removal is where I would say we have the most brand authority.
I love it.
I've been very active in the groups.
I love that you picked it. A lot of contractors, if you're listening to this, you are a contractor because we are niched. We work with contractors.
Yeah.
A lesson from Lewis is you can do lots of things, but niche and do it really, really well and be that particular person. And I know I've been in your groups, man. I see the authority that you have within that. That's really awesome. So this is a perfect segue into my next question, which is who you serve. Who we serve? Who do you serve?
Junk removal, dumpster rental, and demolition is our big three niches.
Define demolition.
Demolition is everything from, so there's some overlap with junk removal because it could be someone, taking down an old shed, which is pretty low impact, pretty small scale demolition, or removing a deck or something like that, all the way up to, 2-story buildings, and warehouses, that sort of demolition.
So let me drill down even further. In Florida, we had a floor that had to be removed and it had to be leveled out. So that is considered demolition, and then they put it into the dumpster, and then someone came and took 2 dumpsters out.
Yep.
That is something that you serve.
Yeah, so they're all kind of cousins, as you just mentioned. You mentioned
Okay.
demolition and dumpster rental in there.
Right,
So
'cause they got to put the shit somewhere.
yeah,
Okay.
it's got to go somewhere. So those three cousins are kind of the core, so make up 75% of our business, and then plumbing would be another
Oh,
20%,
okay.
and then 5% would be a random variation of a few others, solar, a few other car detailing, some other ones there.
And now you're up in Canada, but where are most of your clients?
99% of our clients are in the States, actually. Yeah. So I'm based in Canada,
Okay.
dual citizen here. I was born in New Hampshire, just to
Hmm.
give a little nod to the land down under. But
Okay.
yeah, I moved up when I was 3. But most of our clients are in the States, and the reason being is I went on the Facebook groups and became really active in there, and most of the people are in the Facebook groups. The other thing is we don't have that many large population areas up here in Canada.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
I've learned a lot. Of course, I am from Northern Ontario, Buffalo.
I didn't know where you were going with that.
I'm sorry, I'm from Southern Ontario,
yeah.
and which is called Buffalo. We're essentially people from Buffalo are essentially Canadians.
Pretty much, yeah.
Know this, but we have a great love of going over the line. In high school, we would go into the clubs and drink at 18. Your beer was much stronger than ours in the United States, so yeah. And I played a ton of hockey up there and traveled at Fulton and Bolton and all those areas, and where I was in travel league. So
I love it.
I'm basically Canadian.
yeah. You're an honorary Canadian.
I'm an honorary Canadian, so that's
cool.
It's
interesting. There's another interesting thing that I've heard, and I've really seen it to play out. So someone told me that Americans aren't afraid to lose it all and start again, and Canadians are terrified to lose anything.
And they don't finance much. They like to pay cash. They truly will save up $10,000 to buy an air conditioning unit and just deal with all of the problems that exist until they have $10,000.
Yeah, it's a bit of a mindset, and I definitely see that with Canadian business owners. And then it just comes down to that and the population and everything. The States has been really good to us.
Oh, good for you. Now, if you were Canadian and you had an Australian accent, your ticket prices could increase up to 77%. People would still do business with you. Dude, people love doing business with people that have Australian accents.
I know. It's crazy.
Great. My buddy Matt Smith is over there in Australia, and he does a lot of roofing funnels and shit like that. And he'll just tell people to F off, and they'll pay him. They'll be like, say it again. Say it again. Like, have you ever heard of like King Kong Media, or
no?
The guy Subri Aubrey.
I've heard of Subri. Yeah.
Yeah. So same thing. I would watch his videos like back in 2019, 2018, 2019, when I started exploring marketing to learn, how to build things and landing pages and offers. And I dove deep into this as we've been building businesses. I'd listen to this guy. I'm like, I'll buy your book for $9.99.
Yeah. I'll buy 10.
I'll buy 10. You're just like, dude, seriously, the Australian accent, it's game on. So
it's great. Yeah. I had a coach who was in shout out to Sam. He was in Australia, and he could say anything and get away with it.
What's Sam's last name?
Sam Gahayas.
Okay, because I know I've got a guy here in the States that he's got a coach, and his name is Sam, but it's a different Sam. That's awesome. Yeah. Cool. So good. We got your why, how you got there, who you serve. Culture, mission statement, values. Now, how do you have a big team, or is it just you? Do you like tell us about your team, and then of course, talk about the culture and the mission statement and your values of kind of your company. Then,
yep. So we have a team of 20 plus, 20 full time, and then we've got some extraneous, like the guy who processes the podcast, the guy who does all our automations. Yeah.
And is it Blue Crocus?
It is Blue Crocus. Yeah.
Dude. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah,
let me change this banner here for a second, give you some props. How do people find you? Is it Blue, B-L-U?
Yep, BLUCROCUS.ca or .com. I have both domains.
CROCUS.com?
Yep.
Okay. Connect with Lewis. All right, man. Dive into your
So that's us. So team culture has been big. Scaling from the hustler to the owner is a fun path. But it's been really fun. We've got some really solid team members. You can actually see a lot of them on the website there. But our core values are grit. So growth, results, integrity, and transparency.
Love it. Okay.
So it's that very much goes into how we serve our clients. Like the growth one is, we're in a very ever-changing landscape. There's a new AI tool out every day for SEO. There's new algorithms all the time, new website stuff happening all the time, and so we all need to be growing. Our mantra is kind of 1% every day, and then we're like, oh man, that was a 10% day when we really get into it and really make some growth. And then results, obviously, with marketing, gotta have results. Yep. Integrity and transparency are related, but
yes.
Integrity is doing the right thing when nobody's looking, and transparency is
you can actually like me, you can actually sleep at night.
Yeah, it's important.
I love it. So you're not really selling something that you're like, oh my god, I shouldn't have sold that. I'm not going to sleep tonight.
Yeah, no, that's I've been there actually. So we do SEO and websites, and that's kind of a niche within a niche. Yeah. But we don't offer everything when it comes to marketing. I have offered Google Ads before, and I couldn't sleep during that whole process. I thought we were going to be able to figure it out.
You guys in marketing have a tough. My props to people in marketing.
It's an interesting gig for sure.
You're only, and to say what it is, you're only as good as your last lead. And it sucks because it takes time to do what you do. It takes patience to do what you do. A company working with you has to be willing and able to pick up the phone when you get it to ring and have systems and process to handle leads. So I think a lot of marketing companies and people in the marketing business, it's unfortunate, man. They have very short patience with you. And man, they will throw you under the bus. Like they will just.
It's an interesting gig. Everybody thinks they can start it, and it seems so easy to start, but then you have to run it just like a business. Every business is the same. It's like, man, I wish I was in financing. You're just making baller money over there, and you don't have any problems. It's like, well, I can't see what's going on with you,
dude. It's 11:18 in the morning, and Tiff and I, she's a CFO, have been on the phone since 8 o'clock, just nonstop issues. It's just one of our tech platforms with one of our lenders crashed, and they're doing a reboot on another one. People have a 400 credit score, can't get approved, and they're mad at us. I'm like, don't be mad at me, man. I mean, you're never going to get approved anywhere. Like, you just have to go find another customer.
Yeah.
So going back to that culture, mission statement, and values, you have a team of 20. Are they all remote, and then how do you make sure that the entire team is kind of living under that umbrella of your culture, mission, values, and your mission statement, your values, and all that stuff? How do you make sure that the team is adhering to that?
It's a work in progress. Developing leaders and having leaders developing leaders has been key. Okay. Because I'm really good at starting stuff. I'm definitely the visionary. And so I need to have people behind me that can follow through on stuff and follow through on training the team. But yes, we are all remote. We've got Florida. We've got, hopefully soon to be New Jersey. We've got me here. We've got Sarah here. And then we've got Guatemala, Philippines, Nicaragua, South Africa, and Pakistan.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you're open 24 hours a day.
That's right. No, I forced everybody to work online.
The only marketing company in junk removal that's open 24/7.
Yeah. It's practically that anyway, but
I got some folks overseas, and when we do our 3 o'clock in the afternoon catch up, it's like, what time is it? They're like, oh, it's 2 a.m. Like, are you tired? He's like, yeah, I'm exhausted. Yeah, it's tough, man.
And they just roll with it. Yeah, we typically, I make everybody work on my hours. No, we have a window. It's basically 9 to 1 my time. So like everybody's got to be on deck and overlap in that time, and then you can be flexible. Yeah.
Cool. And of course, we like to keep these at half an hour. Last but not least, your differentiating factors. What makes the Blue Crocus different than other people that you compete with in your space and in your market, man?
So we're really leaning into the people aspect of it and the Disney experience. So SEO is SEO. Sure, you got to know how to do it. Websites, you got to know how to do it. Yeah. But as these tools come out, more and more tools come out. I was playing with a software on the weekend where you can make a website in 5 minutes. It's pretty darn good. So we'll probably implement some of that stuff. But at the end of the day, someone wants to have a guide in the internet jungle. And that's what they're really paying us for. Most people are, right? It's like, I have no idea how to get a hold of my domain, and I don't know what's going on with my website or whatever. They need someone to be able to guide them there. And so we're leaning more into the human side of it and investing pretty heavily in the human side of it to complement everything that we can do with AI. And
So
once
you
that
just
base is
said
there,
you can help somebody that says, I don't know what's going on in my website. Does that mean that they've hired some other web designer to build their website and they're like, dude, we need help. We need to add a blog. We don't know how to get a hold of these people. So what would you do? Would you go in and actually become their website partner?
provider? Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, we can absolutely do that. That's pretty common. If they've got a decent framework built, but they've got someone who's ghosted them. I just had someone message me before we jumped on, and I told him I'd get back to him after we're done. But he's got 8 websites. His agency just ghosted him, and so he has nobody to manage his
A lot of
websites
these
now.
agencies just go out of business.
Yeah, it's crazy. So yeah, helping them sort that out. Sometimes we're detectives. There's a client that bought a company from another guy and then couldn't access the domains and everything. So he thought he would have to rebuild his whole website. And, he was like, hey, charge me whatever it is to rebuild it. I was like, no. So we spent a couple of days going back and forth, contacted, the past agency, and finally got him his old website back. And it cost him a fraction of the price.
Agencies hold websites hostage?
They do all the time. Yeah.
Oh, God. I can only
brutal.
imagine,
They sometimes hold domains hostage. So there's one agency that's pretty well known for this. They'll actually say, hey, to manage your website, we actually need you to give us control of your domain, which if anybody says that to you, run for the hills. You must have your GoDaddy or your Namecheap login and be able to manage that yourself. Anyway, they would take over the domain. And then when that client was trying to transfer to us, the other agency was going to charge them $2,000 for their domain, just for the domain, which is $20 a year.
Yeah. Jesus.
Yeah,
it's again, this goes back to the make sure you do business with folks like Lewis at bluecrocus.com because they have integrity and they're transparent about helping. And I think a lot of that is like you have to go into forensic mode sometimes to diagnose people's problems, right? And then come back to them and say, hey, we got a situation here. We got to get back to your old agency. We're going to have to move the X to the Y to the Z. It's going to require some money. We got to rebuild some stuff, but at least you're the guy to go to in order to do that. That's
the other interesting thing is as we look at some of these other softwares, it's like, if we're going to build a website on this, is it something that someone can take to another agency, or are they trapped with us? If that's the case, then that's not a viable solution for us going forward.
Understood.
And so if we're looking at some of these AI tools to build, it still has to be built in WordPress because that's very, anybody can take that site anywhere. If it's built in some random startup, software, that's not going to work no matter how easy it is or no matter how fun it is.
That's awesome, man. Well, appreciate you sharing that. Anything else you want to add here as we like to keep these right at about a half an hour about what's going on?
Yeah, if you're looking to hire someone, go see if they have reviews. Again, I'm dealing with this other agency that kind of just disappeared. It's not good. It's not fun. We're going to help people, but go make sure people have reviews. Make sure they've been around for a second. Make sure they want to be around for a while. I actually had a client interview me on the onboarding process. He's like, so what's your goal in 10 years? And I was like, I'm still going to be doing this in some form or fashion. Why do you ask? He's like, well, we just want to make sure we're not going to be ghosted and left hanging. And I was like, that's a great question.
It's legit. I something odd happened this weekend. Now, they say don't let people rent space in your head that don't matter, right? Yeah. So I get tagged on groups. We discussed this last week on your podcast, and somebody had tagged, yeah, you're looking for financing, contact Chris Scoville. And the guy goes, anybody but Chris Scoville. And I had people calling me from contractors going, dude, who's this guy? I said, I don't know. So let me go look. I pull up his name. I'm not friends with him on social media. I'm not friends with him on LinkedIn or Instagram. I go through my emails. I don't know who this guy is. I don't know what company he works for. He just went there and he started trash talking to me. So but here's how it affected me. All Saturday, I was thinking, why does this guy hate me? What did I do to him? All Sunday, it was kind of eating me. And then this morning, I woke up and laughed at myself. Why did I allow some dude that I don't know? He's just a troll. I mean, he might be even fake. It might not even be. Nobody knows who he is. That's my point is that's why we were all trying to figure out who this guy is and why he would say something so mean or, just whatever. But then I said to Tiff yesterday, I was kind of laughing. She goes, "What's so funny?" I go, "So one guy out of 100,000 said something shitty about me online, which is funny." And I said, and I'm over here like it bothered me.
Yeah.
And I said, imagine somebody like, I don't know, Trump, Elon Musk, Joe Rogan, like just Gary Vee, like Grant Cardone. Like people fucking hate them.
Yeah.
Some of them are scumbags, but like they hate them. And these guys don't stop and go, man, I wonder who Adam Smith is. Adam Smith put a post on me. That's just to show that I have got to a point where I'm probably not everybody likes me. It's okay. I mean, they might not like the sound of my voice or what I say about financing, but there are still trolls out there that'll do anything to try to ruin your day, right?
Yeah. I think it's mainly the shampoo you use, Chris, to be honest.
It is. We had to drop my wife off Saturday to get her car. They had a recall. It was like a little computer chip they had to reprogram or something stupid. Like we get down there and I drop her off this morning. I'm inside. She goes, "Oh, let me fix this." I go, "What? Something wrong with my hair?" And the guy behind the counter just started cracking up like I made his Monday just by saying something so stupid about myself. Like, hey, I don't know.
That's funny.
All right, man. Well, listen, I know you got to get back to that customer that you promised to call. Everybody, if you're looking, I'm going to put your site up there. You know, connect with Lewis. He's a good guy. I've known him for a long time. We've referred back and forth to each other over the years. He's trustworthy. They've got integrity. You learned his difference and his why and what he does here today. Thanks for joining us on the building. It, man. Yeah, thanks for joining us. I really appreciate you so much for being here. And thank you, folks, for watching the Building on Purpose TubeCast, sponsored by, here we go, sponsored by property.com, and now sponsored by Ridge Wallets.
Ridge Wallets, right there.
Hey, Ridge Wallets, if you're looking for a sponsor, I'm here for you, and I will be sending this to your corporate office. All right, man. Brother, I appreciate you. I'll see you on the socials, and as always, we're here to help people. Let's go out there and do what we can do, man. All right?
Change some lives. Appreciate it, man. Cheers.